Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause of sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Stroke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
morning. Welcome to my Mind Over Your Matter. My name is Rick, and let's get this show started. How you guys doing? It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm just getting up myself. I know the feeling. Everybody wants to stay in bed. Everybody wants to stay in bed. I wanted to stay in bed, but I was like, no, I gotta get out of this bed. It's not, it's gonna keep me hostage. And it's gonna keep me hostage all morning. So I'm not gonna let that happen today. I have a pretty exciting day ahead of me today. I have a cookout to go to later on early this afternoon. And it's a friend of mine. She's doing a cookout and I haven't seen her in a while. So I'm like really excited to go see her and have some good talks and have some good food because boy, she could cook. That's one thing. she could throw down and I'm so happy to enjoy her food. But I don't go over there like empty handed. I always go with some stuff and I always give her something. And I actually bought some meat and some salad and the rest she's gonna put together. But other than that, should be a good day. It's gonna be a beautiful day actually, and I'm really good. I'm happy for today, and hope you guys have certain plans or certain things that you want to get accomplished today. If not, it's okay. You can watch my shows from the past. Watch my shows from the past and see how amazing it is. And I got my medicine rolled up. Here it is. Got the nice little medicine rolled up. You know you gotta smell it because it smells good. And I love it. I really do. So I do have some news to follow up on. Um, Today's not really going to be a psychic day. I really would have liked to do it today, but my partner in crime, we're going to possibly do it like maybe once or twice a month. I'll end up doing it myself eventually, but there's been so much news, and then I got a lot of things going on today, and if you guys need a reading, I can still do it. I have all my stuff here, so that's nothing to it. Just let me know in the chat if you do want one, because Saturday is reserved for readings if you want a reading. But if not, we're gonna go right to the news. Hey Rob, hey Diamond Heart, how you guys doing? You guys are having a good morning. Hey Albie, good morning. I'm doing good. I'm just working on my garage. Oh yes. Repairing a vacuum. Oh, yeah, you're the handyman, Rob. You're really handsy. You're good with your hands. I could feel that energy. You're kind of like you're like Bob the Builder. I don't know. I just something came up like Bob the Builder in my head. It was like because he's very handy. He puts his back into it. That's determination, man. That's good, man. Like I used to love doing stuff like that too. I remember in high school, in my mechanics class, I used to work on cars, and even before that, oh my god, I remember my machine class. This was in like middle school, and I was repairing lawnmower motors, and what was the other motor we built? Damn, I can't remember. I know it was like a two-stroke engine, but it's something that we had to take apart as far like as a exam. Our exam was to disassemble the motor and then reassemble it and get it to run. That was our test. And let me tell you something, I passed that test with flying colors, all A's on it, our engine, and it was a group task. It was actually three of us in a group, and we all had to build these engines and get them to run properly. A lot of the class didn't get it, but we did. My team, oh my god, our teacher was so happy with us. He was like, "Man, you guys are so awesome. That's why you're like you're at the top of the class because you guys are like very quick too." And we were very smart and we were very handsy too. Yes, I believe so too. I believe instead of going to this computer state of mind where all they're doing is this and not putting in the work and getting the stuff done. Um, I think it opens your mind a little bit more than typing away. Um, it's just because you have to really like strategize and memorize, and this goes here, this goes there, and memorize everything that you're taking apart and then putting it back together again. It's such a puzzle, but it's so amazing when it works and it turns on, and you're pretty much like, we did it. It's the excitement. Our teacher was always, he knew we were gifted. I was advanced anyways. My mechanics class and a lot of my classes were advanced. um I was in the TSA, which is it was like a technical it was, I forgot the what was the damn words on that damn, it was, man, I can't remember it now. But it was kind of like a how can I explain this? Because we were selected, right? Our teacher, he picked us out, and it was like a group that represented the school, and then they took us to downtown Miami into this weird, like, it's kind of like a mini mansion. And all we did there for the whole day was a lot of tests. We would do like structure engineering tests. We would do like, we had to build a bridge and have that bridge withhold for a certain amount of time. We had like written tests to do. We had, oh my God, it was like a whole day event. I'll never forget it. I know where it's located. I wish maybe next year I'll take a trip down to South Florida, and then I could just like document it. Like, yeah, this is where I was at, and this is everything I have done. And yeah, we did really good. I mean, it was four of us that went to that. It was two girls and two boys, and I remember it was pretty crammed in there because it was like all the smart kids were all in this like facility. And like my teacher said, we did very well, and he was really proud of us. And we ended up coming out with certificates and rewards and gifts, and it was really different and really nice. um what do you want to have? I can't even see what you wrote. Give me 1 second, Diamond Heart. I'm gonna get you in a second. um Oh, so Diamond Heart, you're in what, Europe? You're in Europe, right? You're in the UK because you has intentions towards me. Um, you are a very unique person, Diamond Heart. Something's coming to me is unique. You put a lot of emphasis into a lot of stuff, and then you have a lot of things to do, and it gets piled up. Belgium, okay, that's what's up. Belgium. Yeah, unique. Yeah, I can feel your energy. Super unique. Always have a lot of tasks to do, and it's very hard to get accomplished because you get overwhelmed. Definitely get overwhelmed. Let's see. I try to help other people fix their appliances. I never charge them. I just have them pay for the parts. Yeah, that's a good thing, Rob, because like when I do readings, I don't charge people for readings. I've since I've been doing readings now for almost 8 years, 7 years, I think 8 years now. I've never charged one dime for anybody, but I say if you want to tip me, my PayPal information is there in my bio or in the channel. Um, but other than that, I don't charge anybody. I tend to just help people out, just get on readings and so forth. But was I born a psychic? Yeah, I believe I was. To be honest with you, from all the things that happened to me and how I was conceived, I believe I'm very magical. I was born in a unique day in a unique time. I am a master number 22. I was my mom. Well, she got pregnant with me at the age of 15, which is very disturbing. I am the definition of mistake. I was definitely a mistake. I was definitely thank the baby Jesus up there, and thank all the angels that they didn't abort me, because you know, long story short, my father should be in jail. Okay, long story short, he should have been in jail for having me. And Diamond, you have me shuffling my cards now. Because you said born a psychic, and I'm like, you know what? This one, it's got me shuffling my cards. Yeah, don't say it like that. Yeah, but it's true. It's true, and it's very disturbing. Very, very, very disturbing. I have it on my birth certificate for evidence. And it was, how can I say it? My mom was really underage, and my father was of age. Okay. Yes, I was a mistake. Definition of mistake right here. I was not. It's, without being there and just visioning everything. My dad should be in jail. He should not be out and about. He should be in jail. For the R word, most likely for the underage, and like having intercourse with a minor. You know, not a good thing. Especially when my father was 23 years old and my mom was 14. Okay, definition, yes, mistake, and I live with that mistake every day, and I think that's what makes me a little bit more magical. Yeah, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, yeah, and I have it right in my birth certificate, so I have the evidence there. So it's not like, oh, how can you say that? No, it happened, and it's something that I hold against them to this day, because I should have been more like pre-planned and pre-prepared instead of being an accident. And you know, just horny young mother and horny older father um, brought this to the world. So it's a very unique story, very unique. And my dad never saw any time, never went to jail, never got in trouble for it, which is even more troubling. That's why I say our system is so fucked up. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna pull some cards off for you, Diamond Heart. I do have, like I said, I have some news to go through, but for some reason, I just want to pull you out some cards. Okay. Okay. All right. Your battles are not as tough as you think it is. You're stable, but you have things you got to get done. Definitely got things you have to get done, but you have to get it done pretty quickly, because I think you're procrastinating a little bit, and I think you should get yourself on a roll, and you need to be more focused, because right now you're just, everything's everywhere and too many things to do at once, and it's like you need to break yourself down. It's like, okay, let me start with the least important, get that shit out the way, and then the most important, focus all your time in it, because right now you're just everywhere. and you need to be consolidated, and you're not. You're just, it's like you're like you want to be in 10 places at once, but you can't. So that's when you have to break down like what's the least important to the most important, and just take down the least important real quick, and then the very important one, take your time with it. But did you seek help? Me seek help, or before my mom passed away, I took my wife to meet her, and she told her how many times she tried to kill me when, oh my god, when she was pregnant with me, because she was mad at my dad and wanted to get back at him. Oh my god, Rob. I never knew that until I was in my 30s. Apparently, she drank and did drugs. What? And she was an abortion, but here I am. Wow, Rob, wow, that's a blessing, man. That's oof. And you see, all of us have a story and how we were conceived. Mine is just really traumatic, like how Diamond just mentioned, traumatic. That's so cool, but because to know about your assistance can be, yeah, it is traumatic. It's very traumatic, actually. And I got, let me see, what's my I got my paperwork here. Let's see. Let me make sure it's in here. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you, I have the birth certificate here. So it's like evidence upon evidence. I am baptized Catholic. I am baptized Catholic. I have my Catholic papers here too. But it wasn't by choice. It was my parents did that. But yep, here it is. Birth certificate. My mom was 15. She was 15 when they gave her this paperwork. Oh, actually, I got the wrong. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. My dad wasn't 23. My mom, okay. My mom got pregnant with me when she was 15, right? She was in the hospital giving birth to me. Her birthday is close to my birthday, okay? I was born January 21st. My mom's birthday was the 24th of January. We're 3 days apart on birthdays, right? So as she was giving birth to me in the hospital, the paperwork states that she was 16, that she turned 16. So when the paperwork was made up, they put down 16, not 15. And my father, you want to guess how old was my father? 25. 25 years old. Hooking up with a 15-year-old. Can we say he should have been in jail? Yes. Should he been prosecuted and thrown the books? Yes. I'm a mistake and I'm here, but I'm a magical mistake because everything about me is very magical. Even the day I was born, that I'm a master number 22. Very psychic, very like I project a lot. So, but the fact that I just had to confirm, and now I saw like, damn, my father was 25. Like, it's crazy. That is so fucking crazy. And that's why I have a little resentment against my father, and I don't really speak to him. I don't speak to him because he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have been messing around with a 15-year-old little girl. 15 years old. He's 25. There's no excuse. You know what I mean? There's no excuse for that. And I suffered through that trauma throughout my whole life. And still to this day, I still suffer from it because I was just a hookup. I'm a hookup baby. I'm a hookup baby, and Train of Truth is here. Um, and it's messed up, because a lot of people these days, look, imagine the news right now. If this would have happened now, oh my God, I would have been in the news. My father would have been in jail. The hospital would have reported him like in a heartbeat. But you know why he didn't get in trouble? Because he used to work in the hospital. The hospital that he had me in, well, he worked at that hospital. So he manipulated the staff members to not get him to trouble and to release the birth certificate. And the fact that in the birth certificate, it shows evidence wise, he is 10 years older than my mother. My mother was still a kid. She's 15 years old. Imagine your daughter, now 15 years old, hooking up with a 25-year-old man. Now, you explain that to me. And then I'm supposed to be happy about it, right? Because I'm alive and I'm here, right? But I'm supposed to like shut the fuck up. I don't have a say in this. I don't know, man. It just pisses me off more and more when I think about it. And that's the reason why I don't talk to my father. It's because like I'm so disappointed and so I have a lot of anger against him. And yeah, I just stopped talking to him. And he wonder why I stopped talking to him. I go, yeah, 10 years. You couldn't hook up with someone your age. You had to go after a minor, and a young minor, 15. And it wasn't consensual. Like 15 years old, who in the right mind at 15 is going to have the mind to jump on someone that's like 25 years old? Like, that's ridiculous, man. When I was born, I had some things that kept from me, what kept me from breathing. Oh my God, I was 3 months premature. Yeah, I was premature too. I was born early. Staying in the hospital for once. Staying in the hospital, and parents just left me and my grandparents. Oh my God, they left you your grandparents. But you see, you got lucky because you have like your grandparents and stuff. My grandparents were assholes, and especially on my dad's side, and they always treated me different. They always treated me weird. And throughout my whole life as a little kid, like they never like acknowledged me. They always put me like to the side. They always gave me the cold shoulder. Never got me anything for Christmas. Never got me anything for my birthday. Very, very, very cold. Like it was my fault, right? The fact that your son, 25 years old, was fucking my mother that was 14, 15 years old, but yet I'm wrong, right? Because I was born, so I'm wrong. So what I say to my grandparents that are not here right now, go fuck yourself, and wherever you're at. Um, and so my father too. Just disgusting. Yeah, I know, Diamond. Yeah, it's messed up, right? It's crazy. My grandparents raised me my whole life. Oh man, bless your grandparents, and now live right across the street from each other. Oh, that's so nice. So now I take care of my grandpa. Oh man, that's Rob, man, that's a blessing. That's so cool. You see, I wish I had like that. Like, I know you went through, man, your mom drinking and taking drugs and all that stuff. You're a miracle baby too, man. You're a miracle baby. And premature. I was born premature. They had to put me under blue lights, because I was born so little, and like they had to put me under the lights. I guess like UV lights or whatever the lights they had, like it's like an incubator type of thing. Um, yeah, I was in that. That's crazy, but we pulled through. We made it, and we're here now, right? We're here for a reason. Yeah, it's like a blue light thing. It's like a kind of like an incubator, but it's like it's like a light they had. It's yeah, that's what that's what they put me under. They put me because I guess I needed some kind of like this light thing. They put me in. It's kind of like a I call it like the easy bake oven. And yeah, and the rest is like history, you know. And I dealt with my side, my family side, my father's side, and my mother's side, and I wasn't really supposed to be born in this family. I believe that I wasn't even supposed to be born, but I was born for a reason. And the fact that my both of my parents are white and then I came out dark, it draws me even more like questions in my head because I know I have like Taino blood in me, which is Tainos are like Indian blood in me, and I know my ancestors 9 out of 10 have they come from Western Africa. So I'm like a whole mix of craziness. I don't want to do an ancestry. I don't want to do one of these like 21 and Me and all this crazy shit because all that data gets like manipulated by the government, and also who knows what they truly know about your heritage. I don't trust in it. I don't like. I just think that's just like data harvesting. They don't really help. Let me see. Yeah, my grandpa was Native American. Yeah, Chippewa, and my brother and I sisters. Yeah, I know. I'll be so. He has some Indian heritage in him too, and I do too. But mine's is like Taino. Taino is it's from Puerto Rico. It's is a tribe out there, and the Indians that used to be in Puerto Rico at the time before Columbus came and fucked everything up and brought in all these slaves and from Africa and brought in a lot of diseases too and wiped out a lot of the Indians from Puerto Rico. A lot of the Indians from Puerto Rico were captured and used as slaves also, and they were brought over to the United States. So freaking crazy. It's crazy. But it's it's just unique to be alive. That's what I say. And do I hold it against my parents? Yes. To this day, I am very defiant against them and very upset against them. I just it's just mm. I remember when I was 15, I was nowhere thinking about having any fluffy bumping or having any kids or anything like that. Even at 25, I mean, when I was 25, I was busting my ass working. I was working 2 full-time jobs. I was paying my mom's bills. I was paying my sister's bills. I was paying my bills, until like I put a stop to that. I was like, why am the hell I'm paying their bills and they're not paying their own bills? So when I put a stop to it, they kind of got upset and so forth. I'm like, look, you're gonna have to fend for yourself and take care of yourself because I can't do it anymore. I ain't gonna do it no more. And I put a full stop on that. Yeah, I got tired of being taken advantage of. Yeah, but family's family, right? But family's only, it's only a family to a point. They're not always there. They're there when you they need something, or or they pretty much when they need something. That's all. They pretty much come forward. Other than that, it's nothing but drama. Ninja Cat, how you doing? So, if anybody else wants a reading, you guys just let me know, and I'll run the cards. But I do have some stuff, some news to go through for us to watch. I did open up a whole bunch of windows for us to watch, a whole bunch of windows. Um, But yeah, Saturday morning storytelling. Remember Saturday morning cartoons where they had like the story time? That was your story time for this Saturday. Come back next Saturday and we'll see what happens. But all right, let's go ahead and jump right to it because I think we got some news I want to go over. Let me see. Yeah, so this one's a weird one. I would like to get this here and watch this together because it's kind of weird how they just give out driver's license without properly vetting people. And I think certain young people shouldn't have driver's license if they don't properly know how to drive their vehicles. And the reason why I say this is because let me set it up. Set it up. Set it up. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this real quick. Now, this has no volume, so I'm going to be narrating it. So you got this pickup truck backing up. Backing up. Now, where is it backing to? I don't know. I think this is a female driver. Not 100% sure, but look at this. Holy shit! What the? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, look where it's at. Look where the truck was. Okay, so they're backing up. They're lining up. When are you gonna brake? Did they like hit the gas pedal by mistake instead of the brakes? That's what I'm thinking. Like right now, she'd be hitting the brakes and he hit the gas and woof. Oh no. Oh no. All right, Diamond. Diamond, are you on my Discord? I believe you should get on my Discord and I can help you more with this because I think that's something that's going to be more private and I could work with you one on one. I don't think you wouldn't want to put that on YouTube, but join my Discord, Diamond Heart. It's if you don't have Discord, download it, and then the show name is my tag, my mind over your matter. That's crazy. This truck goes overboard like that, and I that's pretty disturbing. All right, let's bring it back to me. Um, that driver's license should be taken away. That driver's license, whoever's driving that vehicle, I mean, I think I know what the mistake was. They 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 went for they wanted to hit the brakes, but unintentionally they hit the gas and they mistakenly hit the gas and yeah, and then the rest is history. We got ooh, this is a crazy one here. We should watch this one too because this one's wild. Let me take this out here because StreamYard is acting a little weird this morning. StreamYard always acts weird. They always act weird. What is the video I was looking at? Let me see. Can't really see with this television. I need to get a bigger screen. Come on, where are you? I just had you. Okay. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, let's watch this.
Welcome back to ABC News Live. First, we have breaking news. Newark Airport is on a ground stop right now because of air traffic control communication issues. It's the second outage in the last 24 hours for controllers at the Philadelphia Air Traffic Control Center, which handles Newark's airspace. And it's happening during what's expected to be the busiest day to fly over the long holiday weekend. Anthony Johnson from our New York City station is at Newark Airport with the latest. Anthony, what's it like there right now?
Well, right now it is not that busy here at the airport. As a matter of fact, we were talking to United Airlines about holiday travel when word came in about the ground stop that happened around 11:30 this morning. Then we started trailing a flight that was coming in from Dublin that was UL-22 making its approach here to Newark Liberty Airport. It was delayed about a half an hour. The folks from United Airlines were calling it a temporary glitch at that point in time, but we did notice on the arrival
I don't trust the
there were
airlines.
several flights that looked like their landing times had changed at least by about 30 minutes. Now, you talk about this being a busy travel period. The next 4 days are expected to be extremely busy. United Airlines telling us they anticipate they'll have about 500,000 more passengers than last year traveling over the next 4 days, 55,000 of them here at Newark Liberty Airport. At this point in time, the airport is not that crowded. The busiest times are generally from about 5 a.m. in the morning till about 9 a.m. And then we
That's a
expect
little
that will
plane.
pick up later this afternoon.
I hate those
at
little planes.
2:33 o'clock in the afternoon. But of course, any word about a potential ground stop does get passengers nervous. This was an airport that was greatly impacted back in the spring. They had to reduce the number of flights coming into and leaving out of the airport. There's 33 arrivals, 33 departures per hour. They say that number can fluctuate up and down. And for a little while, we didn't see anything flying in or out of the airport. But just after 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we started to see more flights starting to land here at the airport. There was no impact actually on the departures, but it was the arrivals that we were concerned about. As you said, this is the second time there has been a communications problem. Earlier this year, we had the air traffic controller shortage. That impacted the airport. Then they were building a new runway, reconstructing the runway that they have out here. That took several weeks. That also impacted the airport. So they were forced to reduce the number of flights coming into and out of Newark Liberty Airport. That will remain in effect at least another year, they're telling us. So once again, somewhere in the neighborhood of 33 to 38 flights coming into the airport and departing each and every hour. We're going to be watching this throughout the rest of the afternoon to see if there are any more impacts on the airport. And of course, passengers will need to know this information as they head to the airport to begin their busy Labor Day holiday travel season. That is the latest live from Newark Liberty Airport. Anthony Johnson, back to you.
All right, Anthony, thank you.
I don't even think their infrastructure can handle like that amount of people traveling. Like, I think the whole system is very antique. You know, they have like equipment there that's over 30 years old. And it's very disturbing that they don't upgrade, they don't improve. I mean, they do some maintenance and so forth, but even the maintenance is pretty shoddy. Not I don't trust it. I don't trust. And not only just the overall, like the computers are antique. They're constantly having like kind of like breakdowns and systems are not working properly, and then you have flights delayed because of it, and it's just not a good thing. But for Diamond over your matter. Yeah, sorry about that. Internet's going a little crazy over here. It's happened. It's something that I gotta get that fixed and work out. But if you're still here, Diamond, I want to help you with that. I just don't want to tell you what I'm gonna tell you over the internet, like over live, because sometimes a lot of those things, it's secretive. It's like you don't want to put a lot of your business out into YouTube like that. I respect people's privacy, especially on my channel when it comes to readings and so forth. And when it's something really deep that people are trying to get information of, I prefer to do that privately and give you a full like reading proper. Um, a lot of things will come out, and I just feel more comfortable not having everyone on YouTube knowing your business. And that's just out of respect, because I'm just built that way. I'm like that. I value respect. Okay, let's see what we're gonna watch next because I do have more to watch. I'm trying to see where I want to go because there's a lot of some political, some crazy stuff, and I opened up a lot of windows. I do have a Tyson De La Cruz that he uploaded this morning, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, so a lot of it's like it's basically like political, I guess. So we're gonna go a little bit political for a while. Um, you know what? Let's check this one out because this one's more of a heads up for individuals here. Um, just be careful with your money and how you take out and process your money because there's weird devices now on ATMs and stuff that people are being um, very slick for one, but they are manipulating and taking people's money. And I think that's a no-no. But let's go ahead and check out the story.
It's one of the quickest transactions you can make.
I was just looking to go take some money out of the ATM.
But now it could be one of the most costly.
And it just really made me mad. I got stolen from.
A new scam has crept its way into Plano, and it hit Jonathan Hogue on July 20th.
Just an example of somebody out there not caring about other people.
It's called cash trapping. Police say it happened twice at the Bank of America on Preston Road. So Plano police say the suspect would place a metal device right where the cash normally comes out. You'd hear it pending, but you'd never actually see the money come.
One of the transactions was less than 200 and the other one was several hundred.
Jerry Minton with Plano PD says Ayut Ariel Iova is the culprit behind it all. These are pictures from banks in Plano, Louisville, and even another country.
He had multiple warrants out of Canada, I think a total of 56.
He says Iova is a Romanian national with previous law enforcement contacts. Minton says he was arrested earlier this month in Houston and faces several charges.
He was waiting for the victims to leave, and then he would come in behind them and take the device off, remove the cash, and either put the device back on or walk off.
Police say they only have 2 reports so far, but wouldn't be surprised if there are more victims.
It just really makes me upset that there's people out there who do this kind of thing.
Hogue, along with police, urge you to speak up if this costly theft happened to you.
I don't want what happened to me.
I'll call the police right there and don't give me my money.
In Plano, I'm Richard Solomon.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I would call, like, if I'm at the ATM or you're at the ATM, what would you do if it didn't dispense your money? Like, one, if there's a device in that machine that's causing, like, the money not to be dispensed, I will call the police. You bet your ass I'll call the police. I'm like, give me my motherfucking money. Hell no. If this machine's fucked up, then they need to make a report and I need, credit back onto my account so I can get my money out somewhere else. Just be very careful. Check the machines. You can't really check the inside of the machines because everything's all sealed up. But there's people that are very slick that put stuff in like card readers and like all different types of devices to get that information to make you a victim. Yeah, be careful out there. That's just really a wild story because I know they're having problems out here in Connecticut, and I think throughout the country, with like these devices that they place over the card readers, and you think you're making a transaction, paying for your groceries, and you think everything's legit. Come to find out that there was a skimmer on the device that you did not notice, and they got your information, your PIN, and everything, and then they're making withdrawals with your account, and then that money's like completely gone, and then you're completely screwed. And they have a lot of problems with EBT, also with the EBT food stamps and EBT cash assistance, that these card readers, even at supermarkets, it could be a small mom and pop, bodega. It could be the gas station. They put these card readers that you think it's legit, and then come to find out, you peel it up, and it's a skimmer, and they steal your numbers. They steal everybody's numbers, and then they tap into the accounts and they steal your money. That's scary, man. But it is what it is, right? All right, let's get into the let's check this one out. I guess this is an update from the church, the priest, the crazy priest, the one with the hair. Yeah, let's follow up on this.
And tonight, a follow-up to a disturbing case that went viral in Houston and all across the country for that matter yesterday. We're talking about David E. Taylor, who was arrested and accused of using a church as a cover-up for human trafficking and money laundering. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle broke the story and has been gathering more information.
Michelle Brannon, listed as the executive director of David E. Taylor's Kingdom of God Global Church, appeared in federal court Thursday.
Yeah, look at that hair.
Locations affiliated with the organization, including the JMMI building in North Houston, were raided simultaneously by the FBI Wednesday. Sources tell Fox 26 people found in some of these locations were in need of medical care and refused it. Gospel artist Vicky Yohe posted a video online shortly after the arrest. In her book, she says she dated Taylor for some time and tried to expose his crimes in the past.
Today was a victory for those who had no voice or who were afraid to expose the truth. They get to wake up from their nightmare like I did several years ago.
The new court documents reveal potential fraud and major labor abuse. Alleged text messages to victims in the case reveal Taylor and Brannon demanded them to apply for government-funded EBT cards. They would then use those funds to purchase food for the staff. There were also times when staff would not eat or sleep if they didn't raise enough money for the organization. A September 2021 text reads, "Make sure no one eats until these numbers change. If they don't, you'll work until 4 a.m. Tell everyone they are not eating." In that same month, purchases were made for lavish items and expensive food, $10,000 worth of king crab legs.
And that's the type of evidence, if the government has that evidence and has some of the people who are going to testify, that's the type of evidence you just don't you don't run away from.
Isn't this the same guy who was facing some issues over his finances just 10 years ago? He was deposed. It went viral. Everybody was wondering then. So a lot of people are wondering what would make it different now with him trying to fight this in court.
Money allegations when you're raising money as a church is a little bit different than when you've got people coming in and saying, I couldn't leave and I was forced to take plan B. And this is the type of stuff that you can't wash that off.
Wow.
So Trinico goes on to say the amount that they're accused of collecting, over $50 million, won't be taken lightly in court either.
Wow. All right, so Sherman's here at the desk with me now. You spoke to someone because this raid didn't happen just here in Houston, nope. Multiple different states, including Michigan. So now you had a chance to speak to someone in Detroit who was actually worried that their former spouse was in the church here in Houston.
That's right. They have family not too far away from Detroit. So they chose not to speak on camera, but their story is similar to a lot of people in this case. People would leave their spouses to work for the church. They wouldn't have much contact with them. They would beg them to leave or to seek help. And we're looking at some serious claims of abuse and manipulation here.
Wow.
Very in-depth story. Sherman, thank you so much, man. He's the one that broke this story. He's been all over it now for the last 2 days. So we appreciate your work.
No problem.
Wow. Like, that's like me telling you guys, y'all motherfuckers cannot leave until you keep typing in the comments, and you have to send me a donation. And if you don't send me a donation, you ain't leaving from this channel. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. How can someone do that to another? You know, that's very disturbing. We're gonna be following up on that case. It's okay. That's a setup for 2026. That's what that is, and the fact that he kept doing it is just crazy. That's just crazy. Yeah. So it's just wild times. Wild times. Let me see here. I got everything set up here because I don't know why everything is not set up. Tyson's just give me 1 sec so I could do the resizing. Oh, he's got to resize. I'm happy that I can do a Tyson De La Cruz because I really like his reporting. His reporting is really cool. And the fun part is having him here on Thursdays. Like, that's even like, if you're not amazed, at least be surprised. Because to me, I feel you know, I'm happy to have him as a friend and have him on the show and do a show together and interact and talk and question and, you know, share each other's opinion like on real time. That's what Tyson needs me, and I need Tyson. And I come with, you know, to keep him going in a dialogue. It's really good, and I'm happy to be having him on here every Thursday. That's gonna be so cool. In the future, the chat room is not gonna be as quiet. I keep warning you guys. Like, a lot of people will come and go, but there's gonna be a time where, you know, when I have Tyson on here, is the numbers are gonna be up because there's people that will want to talk to this guy. There's people that would love to have at least 5 minutes and have a conversation with this person, you know. And the fact that I'm a friend of his, and then I have the communication line where I can have him on here and do a show with him, it's amazing. And I feel special a little bit, you know. Fuck y'all, I feel a little special. I feel a little special, you know. All right, it's a good thing. I really do like the conversations I have with him, and like we do good, you know. We're on the same plane, you know. We're in the same line, and we're here together in the same timeline, you know. So it's like, I like having good people around. It's something that's healthy. I mean, it's organic, it's healthy. You know, we question everything. We intake a lot of information, and all we're trying to do is relay it. And then between me and him, we're kind of like working with each other and debating each other and then questioning each other, and it's entertaining, and it's gonna be. I'm telling you, he's committed here on Thursdays. So 7:30 on Thursdays. That's Rick and Tyson. Rick and Tyson, You're not. No one's changing that. I'm gonna keep it that way until death does us part. That's just it. That's just it. And the fact that I'm being like gully about it makes me feel good. Feel good. It makes me feel happy. And the train of truth never lies. It's always on time. That's so cool. I love hearing the train. I do. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this.
Now to a First Coast News investigation. Big trucks, big scheme. And we're going to start with this. Why is there a hole in this T-shirt? You can see the hole right there. State investigators say this is part of a cheating scheme centered in Jacksonville, making our roads treacherous. It's all tied to an issue in the news now. Just days ago, a truck driver in South Florida arrested after a crash that killed 3 people. According to the Department of Transportation, the driver from India made an illegal turn across a median. And you can see here the crash scene behind this sign. And you can see it says, official use only, no U-turn. But could he read that? The DOT report says the driver was tested and he could not identify 3 of 4 road signs. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis speaking out.
They did an English test and he failed abysmally, not even close. But how ridiculous is it that somebody would get a commercial driver's license who doesn't understand the language of this country, doesn't understand road signs?
Wow.
Tonight, First Coast News has obtained evidence on how people in Jacksonville are cheating to get on our roads in big trucks. And to explain, let me take you back to an awful night in Nassau County that shattered the life of this local mom.
Oh my God.
911 calls from 2017. I-95 near Yulee, a 26-car pileup. And inside this car, Connor Design, a new graduate of Creekside High.
No mother should be forced to lose their babies.
His mom back then showing me her necklace.
Do you find yourself touching that a lot like that?
It's from the funeral home.
It's his fingerprint.
Mm.
It is. It's the last thing that I have of him.
Wow.
And now, 7 years later, she's still wearing it.
And I said I wasn't going to cry.
Now she has
That's a
something
good
new
idea.
to say, along with her attorney, Curry Padgett.
Commercial truck drivers who can't read and speak English, take them off the road.
Yeah,
because they're
I
killer
agree.
drivers.
I agree. Like, I don't go to another country and drive on it not knowing their signs and their
She
rules.
says the trucker who crashed into Connor could not read English. His name, Yadwinder Sangha. Padgett says Sangha, who speaks Punjabi, used an interpreter in his tape deposition under oath, and he admits this.
I don't read English.
The sign said, slow down, traffic stop ahead.
That message, he says, starting 6 miles back before the crash scene. And how many signs were there?
At least 3.
In April, President Donald Trump signed an executive order saying this.
Truck drivers who can't read and can't speak English must be taken off the road immediately.
Wow. Wow.
But it does not solve a big issue.
These global trucking companies who are bringing non-English speaking drivers from Canada, Mexico, and India, driving on our roads and exposing our children to harm.
And now we have an exclusive look into a criminal investigation about just that. We've obtained documents about 5 people arrested in Jacksonville. We're showing only the face of the man already convicted. The charges, felonies. Cheating to get their CDL commercial driver's license to drive a truck. Do the men arrested speak English? On the arrest reports, take a look. All requested interpreters. The arrests fall under the Bureau of Criminal Investigations and Intelligence from the Florida Highway Patrol. It's complex.
This is a very elaborate case. It is.
Sergeant Dylan Bryan with FHP says there is now an investigation statewide across Florida. Dozens and dozens of cases, he says. And the cheating scheme centered in Jacksonville.
What's wrong? All right. Stand up for me.
Of an arrest made inside the DMV on Roosevelt. One man arrested, Vladislav Yurashik, found guilty of 2 felonies, sent to jail in April for 8 months. Brian calls him above entry level, but not the mastermind. So you're looking for the kingpin.
Always.
So how does FHP say this cheating scheme works?
We were shocked to see the extent that they were going to.
Brian calls it organized fraud. According to investigators, the men went in here, the DMV on Roosevelt, to take the CDL test to drive a truck. But they are rigged up with equipment to get their answers.
And you see the actual apparatus that he's wearing. He has a chest harness that actually holds the phone.
A red iPhone in the harness. And under a t-shirt, you see the hole right there? So he comes in this t-shirt with a hole cut in it.
Yes.
Now watch this. In a video we've obtained from the DMV, this man opening his shirt. Brian says it's kind of like FaceTime. The men sit in front of a computer and wiggle around.
Their body language is abnormal.
Until somebody outside in a parking lot can read the test questions on the screen in English and then tell them through this earpiece in their language. Employees at the DMV got suspicious.
Most people don't start to disrobe when they take a DL test.
They're unbuttoning their shirts.
They are, indeed.
So the 5 men arrested so far, that's just the tip of the iceberg?
It is.
This is happening all over the country. Maybe from Jacksonville, we can make a difference.
I bet it's happening in California like crazy.
So what does all this mean for Connor's mom?
Pisses me off.
She says the executive order is not enough. Another president could wipe it away, rescind it. So she's pushing for Connor's law. Make it stick with a federal law and give officers the power to take away the keys from drivers who cannot understand English.
Oh, good. That's a good.
Kill people. They are killers when they get in crashes. You and I in our Hyundai get killed. They walk away.
However,
I don't give a damn about the money.
Because this thought,
No mother should be forced to lose their babies.
still haunts her.
Every mama deserves to keep her baby.
Connor's Law is a bill now in Congress. It has 14 sponsors, including Representative John Rutherford from our area. Connor's mom is hoping people will sign a petition on change.org to get it passed. You can find the link in my story, Big Trucks, Big Schemes, on firstcoastnews.com.
Wow. That's she won a judgment of $1 billion. $1 billion. Gives me goosebumps because you do have these individuals. I had my run-in with an 18-wheeler, so I could talk from experience. Those motherfuckers are crazy as fuck. Like, I had one that was zigzagging on I-91 here in Connecticut, going north to Hartford, and the motherfucker was going in and out of 3 lanes. I thought, like, this guy's having a stroke or what the hell's going on? But I got off because I was gonna call the cops, but I wasn't gonna keep going down that road because my exit to go into another highway was approaching. So I was like, "Fuck this motherfucker!" And so I went to the far right lane and just passed him. And I looked back and like he was like this. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know, I hope he made it to his destination, but we've been having a lot of accidents here with 18-wheelers and a few of them flipping over, a few of them just crashing. but here in Connecticut, a lot. I know every state is having this issue. I guarantee a lot of them don't know how to read in English or write in English. It's scary that a lot of these drivers don't even know the damn signs on the road. All they know how to do is drive the truck, because they know how to do, because you don't need language to do it. You just need to memorize the shifts and so forth. Yeah, they could drive trucks, but they can't read any of the signs. That's reckless. That's reckless. Hmm. Let's go. Let's go over to another story here. What the fuck? Oh, they got shot up.
Tough to hear as well. Right now, there is a growing search for the people involved in
Yo,
a drive-by shooting that happened in Plantation. Police say several people, they got out of a car and they shot at a home.
One shot the
times.
floor.
Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Roxanne
You're
Vargas.
shooting
And I'm
the
Shelley
floor.
Denise. NBC6's Nico Clemens is live for
You
us
can't even handle
in
the
Plantation.
weapon.
Nico, police believe these people are connected to another shooting that happened in a highway.
Yeah, about 45 minutes later, YouTube police believe this group was involved in a shooting on the interstate. We'll get to that part of the story in a moment. But this right here is the rental home where police say this group of people shot up. We're going to zoom in for you, but there are bullet holes everywhere, in the windows, the front door, just in the front of the home.
My God.
Here's that shooting again.
God, I'm not hitting the floor.
As soon as you move the
That is pretty incredible. So many people in this neighborhood say they heard those gunshots yesterday. We're on Northwest 1st Street, right off West Broward Boulevard. Police say, you see it there, 4 people got out of a Mercedes, started shooting at the home, then they took off. Unfortunately, all those shots, no one was hurt, no one was shot. Police say the people at the home are uncooperative right now, so they don't actually have a motive behind the shooting. They don't know why this happened, why this group shot at the home. But again, police believe these same suspects were involved in a shooting on I-95 yesterday in Miami-Dade County. FHP, they're investigating that shooting. So I talked with several people in this neighborhood who are, let me tell you, worried, they're concerned, they're scared.
I'm scared because what happened is that when everything done right at my driveway there, there were bullet shots right there close to my house.
We're always outside with the kids and everything, and I can't do it anymore. You know, it's pretty scary seeing everything that's going on.
Wow.
Well, you notice those two
This is
people
in
we
Florida.
talked with, they did not want to show their face because, again, so
It's
many people in this
Plantation.
neighborhood are just terrified after what happened here yesterday. Police believe
That's
that
north of
Mercedes is
where I
stolen, by
used
the
to
way,
live.
in Miami Gardens. So they are investigating. FHP is investigating the I-95 shooting. They're
Oh,
trying to
Miami
piece everything
Gardens,
together.
too?
But if you know anything, if you recognize that Mercedes, if you maybe know the people at the house, if you know anything, call Broward Crime Stoppers. They want to hear from you so they can arrest the people they need to arrest.
They need to get a hold
Nico
of the
Clemens,
ring
ABC 6 News.
cameras. Like if they could, because this case could be pretty much. I mean, they could find them if they had cameras on intersections around that area, ring cameras from other homes around the neighborhood there too, to see if at that time frame a vehicle traveling in that direction and so forth. That's a lot of things that they could use to help track that vehicle. But it's just very unique that's in Florida. That's crazy. That is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up because it's gonna get to 12. So we're gonna go right now. We're just gonna go straight to Tyson De La Cruz to wrap up the show. So it was a good show, and let's see The last one is Tyson. So let's get it going.
What you just heard were flashbangs used by SWAT in Jackson County.
Whoa.
I think what they said is, come out with your hands up. We have a warrant.
America, we just uncovered a sophisticated drug trafficking operation in Georgia, and it reads something out of a cartel movie. Federal agents just took down a massive drug ring in Athens that was armed with, get this, a grenade launcher, 26 firearms, including 12 rifles, and enough fentanyl to kill 6.9 million people. But here's what's really disturbing. This operation was ran by repeated offenders who had already served prison time for drug trafficking, got out, and immediately went back to poisoning Georgia communities. We're talking about a criminal enterprise that was distributing fentanyl, cocaine, meth, and heroin, while Georgia's overdose deaths hit 2,649 in 2023. That is a 53% increase from the previous year.
Wow.
In a major crackdown on gang activity, the FBI says it arrested 17 alleged gang members in connection to a violent drug trafficking ring.
The FBI's Atlanta office joined the Safe Streets Gang Task Force to make those arrests.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This bust exposes exactly how Mexican cartels have established permanent distribution networks in American college towns, while our justice system keeps releasing the same criminals over and over again. Let me break down what federal agents seized during this operation, because the numbers are kind of staggering. We're talking about 26 kilograms of cocaine with a street value of $780,000, 1.7 kilograms of fentanyl worth $60,000, 50 grams of methamphetamine, and 5.4 ounces of crack cocaine, 2.4 pounds of marijuana, and 128 controlled pharmaceuticals. What makes this operation particularly terrifying is the weapons. They seized 26 firearms in total. This wasn't a drug operation. This was a paramilitary organization prepared for war with law enforcement.
And while the homeowner didn't want to go on camera, he tells me law enforcement kicked in his downstairs door and arrested a person living with him. When I asked why, he didn't care to elaborate. The FBI posted these pictures to their Facebook account, saying agents were out arresting gang members as part of Operation Summer Heat.
The operation involved 13 federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies executing 12 search warrants across Athens and Atlanta. This included the FBI Athens Middle Georgia Safe Streets Gang Task Force, the DEA, Georgia Bureau of Investigations, and multiple sheriff's office. When it takes 13 agencies to take down one drug ring, you know you're dealing with something sophisticated. Here's what's going to make your blood boil about this case. Multiple defendants in this operation are repeat offenders who already served prison time for serious felony drug convictions. Ulysses Borja, Orlando Muckle, Joey Campbell, and Bernard Walker all served prison time for prior drug trafficking, got out, and immediately went back to dealing drugs.
U.S. Attorney Will Keyes unsealed 2 federal indictments and 1 criminal complaint charging that group with a variety of drug conspiracy and distribution charges. If they are convicted, they all face a maximum of life in prison.
Patrick Wilkins is a convicted felon who was illegally possessing 5 firearms. So we have a guy that's already been convicted of felonies, prohibited from owning guns, but he has 5 firearms while trafficking drugs. This is exactly what happens when our justice system treats drug traffickers like minor offenses instead of the terrorism that it actually is. The main player of this operation was Eliseo Yanez Pinea, also known as Choquito, a 48-year-old, you guessed it, from Mexico. This shows connection between Mexican cartels and drug distribution in Georgia communities. This wasn't just local dealers. This was an international criminal organization with tentacles reaching into college towns. To understand why this bust is so significant, we need to understand the scope of Georgia's drug crisis. In 2023, Georgia recorded 2,649 fentanyl overdose deaths, a 53% increase from 2022. That's more than 7 people dying from fentanyl every single day in Georgia. The 1.7 kilograms of fentanyl seized in this operation could have produced approximately 850,000 lethal doses. But that's just what they caught. How much fentanyl has this organization already distributed into Georgia communities over the years while they were operating? What makes this even more disturbing is that Athens is a college town. The University of Georgia has over 40,000 students, and this drug ring was operating right in their backyard. College students are particularly vulnerable to fentanyl because they often don't know what they're taking. It's mixed into fake prescription pills
pills and powders and other drugs. The fact that this organization was distributing fentanyl where a person under 18 was present shows that they have no regard to children's safety. They're willing to expose kids to deadly drugs and violence that comes along with this drug trafficking. This wasn't just a local operation. This was a sophisticated distribution network that had been operating for years. From January 2024 to May 2025, the Yanez Pineda Group distributed more than 400 grams of fentanyl and more than 50 grams of methamphetamine in the Athens region. But there was a second group led by Orlando Muckle, who had been operating even longer. From October 2020 to present, this group distributed more than 400 grams of fentanyl and more than 5 kilograms of cocaine in Athens. So we're talking about multiple criminal organizations operating simultaneously in the same area.
People living on Jimmy Reynolds Drive and Tyler Circle in Arcade say the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and SWAT were outside this home around 6 o'clock in the morning.
The distribution locations included Certain Drive, Essex Court, Commerce Parkway, and Jennings Mill Parkway, basically all throughout Athens. This shows how these cartels establish permanent infrastructure in American communities. They're not just passing through, they're setting up shop and treating our cities like their personal territory. This bust is part of Operation Take Back America, President Trump's nationwide initiative that marshals full resources of the Justice Department to eliminate cartels and transnational criminal organizations. This is exactly the kind of coordinated approach we need to dismantle these type of networks. The charges in this case carry some serious prison time. Due to the massive amounts of drugs and weapons involved, most defendants face a mandatory minimum sentence and potentially life in prison. That is real accountability for people who are poisoning Georgia communities while armed with military-grade weapons.
So we're not just hitting random people. We're not just like pulling the slot machine hoping we get something. No, there's a background information that's done. A lot of legwork is done, and really in this particular instance,
this is a targeted operation based on extensive investigation and intelligence gathering. The fact that this investigation involved wiretaps and coordination between 13 agencies shows the level of sophistication required to take down these networks. You can't just arrest street dealers. You have to dismantle the entire organization. America, this Athens drug bust perfectly illustrates why we need President Trump's tough approach to cartels and repeat offenders. We had Mexican cartels operating and working with American repeat felonies to flood a college town with enough fentanyl to kill nearly 7 million people, all well armed with grenade launchers and military-grade weapons. The fact that multiple defendants were repeat offenders who had already served prison time for drug trafficking shows exactly what's wrong with our justice system. These people should have been locked up for decades after their first conviction, not released and immediately resumed poisoning communities. Georgia's fentanyl deaths increased 53% in 2023, and operations like this one are directly responsible for that carnage. When you have international criminal organizations establishing permanent distribution networks in college towns, you're going to see a massive increase in overdose deaths. The good news is that 17 people are now behind bars, and the network that was bringing military-grade weapons and massive quantities of fentanyl into Athens has been destroyed. But this is just one operation. The cartels have similar networks operating in cities across America. That's why we need to treat cartels like terrorist organizations. When you're killing thousands of Americans every year with fentanyl while armed with grenade launchers, you deserve to be hunted down with the full force of American military and intelligence capabilities. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.
Hey, typing those things. That was awesome, man. Listen, it's very. When Biden was in office, everything was just like the Wild Wild West, and things just went crazy. Things went like wild, and a lot of gang wars, a lot of like things going on like behind the scenes. It's just really wild and crazy, and it's scary, right? Because it's still happening every day. You know, these people fall asleep the same way we all fall asleep, and we wake up the same way we all wake up. And the fact they keep making these decisions to kill people and hurt people and use guns to do this type of, you know, crimes and stuff, it's just, like I said, the guns don't kill the people. It's people that are killing people. Guns is just a weapon. It's just If you don't use it, it don't discharges on its own. You know, your human hand, the action is what kills the people, not the gun. The gun is a tool. You know what I mean? If I have a slingshot, the slingshot pulling back, that's a weapon. You know what I mean? So guns are just weapons. The person behind the weapon is the one is at fault, not the weapon. So I'm gonna wrap up the show for now. It was a good early morning show, and if Diamond Heart comes back and rewatches, join my Discord, my Mind Over Your Matter, and I could do that reading because I know she put this up a couple of times, and I think that deserves to have a one-to-one privacy behind what she wants to know about the intentions of this guy. Um, I definitely would love to help you with that. I don't think I would want to put that on YouTube. I just feel like that's personal. And when it comes to that type of personalness, it should be private. I don't charge for private. I'm not making money out of this. I don't make money out of anything. It's just that's just how it is, you know. Um, but definitely, I feel the energy because I feel the anxiety. I feel it in the head. You know, it's already has gone to the head. So if this person gets on my Discord, I'll do it, and there's no charge. It's just making up a time to do it and dedicate that time. Um, I'm always available. Well, not today because I'm going to a cookout. I'm actually going to start getting ready and start heading out because it's already noon here. It's about to be 12 in the afternoon. And for those out in the West, have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night wherever you're at in this world, this beautiful world that we keep spinning on. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Um, but I'll see if anything breaks out crazy, then I'll come on. But I'm thinking this is going to be the show for the day. And I'm going to go enjoy a good cookout and have fun times, and laugh. We're going to be laughing a lot because we always laugh. And I'm looking forward to it. It's something that we always do, and we haven't done it this year until now. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see the dog. It's a little dog. It's a little dog. His name is Sparky, and I'm looking forward to reconnecting with Sparky. Sparky has a lot of energy. He loves to scratch my legs. He loves my attention. He's so I can see him waggling and he's so excited and sniffing and like I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna post it and say, look, this is Sparky. This is the dog I was talking to you about. I'm gonna do it. You think I'm not? Watch. I'm a man of my word. I don't lie. It's not there's nothing for me to lie about. I speak truth. And I don't hide anything because it's my mind over your matter. Damn man, I want to finish this joint. And I got like half a joint. And it's only an hour and a half into the show. Damn, am I gonna have to like smoke a little bit more? Let me take a couple of big puffs and then I'll be done. I'm looking forward to today. It should be fun. It should be really fun. Um, Good people, good food, good atmosphere, good energy. I always take him a gift. I always take him a gift. I do. I always take Sparky a gift. I bought him a bag of bones. It's like the rawhide type of bones. I got him a pack of those. I know he loved those. So I never come empty handed. And I bought some food too for us to cook up because we're cooking everything on the barbecue grill. So they have a nice big beautiful grill, and we're taking advantage of that today. And I'll put up some postings. I'll record and I'll put it on my shorts. I'll put it in my shorts. Put it in my shorts. Oh Lord. You guys have a good day. And I'll be back. If not tonight, maybe tonight. It's not guaranteed. Because I don't know what time I'm gonna get back. So we may have maybe I don't know. I might be tired and I just may want to take the night off. So we'll see. It's a nice, beautiful weekend. It's beautiful up here. The temperatures are nice in the 70s. Like, it's so nice. It's like you could tell the season's changing. Like, summer's ending and fall is starting to begin. Because even the leaves, they're not as green as they were. And they're starting to like looking a little the beginning phases of the dullness. And I notice it and I see it, because I always focus on the trees. And when I see the trees turning already, they're starting to turn. We're having an early fall this year. And I hope we do. And I hope it's a beautiful one like every year. I love that we're heading into September and we're closer to October. Stores are already selling Halloween things now. I'm like, wait a minute, it's still August. Like, and they're selling Halloween decorations and decorating like all wild decorations. And I mean, they gotta make that money. So take advantage. They got the whole month of September, then you have October, we have Halloween, and then we go straight to Thanksgiving. And then, right after Thanksgiving is Black Friday. And I'm looking forward to Black Friday this year. I want to see if I could get this nice, big, beautiful television mounted on the wall. I want the television mounted on the wall. And I want to be able to look upwards instead of downwards. Because when you see me looking like this, I'm looking at the screen, but the camera's like right there. So what I want is my television mounted on the wall and above the camera. So that way I could be looking like this upwards and not looking downwards. But we'll see. And then Christmas, and then my favorite time of the year, New Year's. I think my season holiday it increases, right? Like a lot of people cuts off like right there on New Year's, but like for me, it's like we got like Halloween together, we got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, New Year's, and then my birthday. And then my birthday, January 21st. So it's like, for me, it's like an extension of holidays, and which is really cool. It's really fun. Next year's for my birthday, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm really contemplating on trying to maybe do something for my birthday. It's difficult because it's winter here in Connecticut in January, and we never know when we're gonna get bombarded with a snowstorm, and it's very unpredictable. You cannot plan for January. There's no way you can plan ahead. Like, the only way you can do a trip is like a last minute booking, that you wait at least 2 weeks before the trip to see how the weather's going to be, and then book upon how the weather is. And you got to make sure when you leave and come back that the weather's good. Okay, like us in the Northeast is it's wintertime is it's hard, especially when you get close to like the holidays. Like, I do not travel in the holidays. I don't go anywhere. I ain't flying nowhere. Nah, I used to, but not anymore. I'm not doing the holidays traveling. Nope. Not even Thanksgiving. I don't. The only time I'll get on a plane, the next time I will ever get on a plane will be either to Puerto Rico or to a destination, another destination, which maybe I'll do next year. There's a couple of things I want to do next year. We're gonna make this a 2-hour show. So right now I'm at an hour 37 minutes, and yeah, I can make it a 2-hour. I would like to go to Puerto Rico. I would like to get like in the water and enjoy that warmth of the water, because it's like Epsom salt. Like, when you go to the beach, that's why the beach is so healing. Like, that's why people go in that water, because that water is like, you're in Epsom salt. That's what it is. The ocean is like one big Epsom salt bath, and it helps. It helps with the joints. It helps with like like my neck, my back, my like. It makes me feel better. So I'm gonna make it a effort to, if I do get on a plane this year, it would be to Puerto Rico, and I'll do some videos from Puerto Rico and upload it in my shorts. In my shorts. Oh no! Uh, every time I say that, it just sounds so funny. In my shorts, like, eat my shorts. Oh no! But definitely would like to go to Puerto Rico, go to the beaches. Um, Definitely would like to travel the island, go around the whole island. You know, let's go around the whole island. Um, I would like to go to the Pork Highway. There's a restaurant out there that's really good, but you have to get there early. But they have such great, beautiful Puerto Rican food. I'm gonna show you guys when I do go out there. The next time I do go out there, I will put it on film so you guys could see. And I'll put it in my shorts, and I'll do regular long videos and just upload it into the channel. So it'll be a longer like format of Puerto Rico. Yeah, I want to go back to the island and have some good food. Oh my god, they have such good food. That's what I miss. Like, I miss like really good home cooked Puerto Rican food. Like, here in Connecticut, they try, but I think there's something in the water that does. It just doesn't. It's not the same. You know what I mean? So when I go to Puerto Rico, everything just tastes better. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the tropicalness of it, the humidity, the water. Like, it's how like how Connecticut and New York has like really good pizza, and it's basically the water. New York sells their water to make dough, but using New York water. And the pizzas, they come out a certain way, and but lately Connecticut has been winning with the pizza wars. So you gotta give a shout out to Connecticut. At least we have really good fucking pizza up here. I can attest to that. I am a very good critic. I go to several pizzeria restaurants just testing out the pizzas, and there's only a couple of pizzas that I've liked so far here in Connecticut. I should have done a series, but it's too late because I ate those motherfuckers. Oh, should I start from the beginning again? I don't know. I could do my own one bite challenge, and I tell you from that one bite if it's good or not. Like, I could do my own little thing, because I like going to good places and testing out and giving my reviews of it. And Connecticut is so little. It's big but little. There's a lot, but not much. It's kind of weird. It's just Connecticut's it's a really weird state. The politics is very weird for its size. I don't know why we don't have a mental institute. Because a lot of these people need to be in mental institutes, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And that's crazy. You know what? I could pull out a card for the day. How about that? Let's pull out a card for the day. And let's pull out an animal spirit card for the day. Why not? And for those who left, it's okay. If you come back and watch, it'll be your card too for the day. Ouch. Man, I'm so achy. I'm gonna take my medicine and then I gotta start getting ready because I'm gonna leave soon. And go take a shower and do all that good stuff and get dressed. And then go to the cookout, have a good time. Have a really good time. I know we're going to have a good time. Music. It's going to be a lot of music. Very, very, I'm telling you, very good energy. Every time I go, I always have good energy there. I love it, I really do like it. I love being around good people and good atmosphere. I haven't been making myself available, but everything's for a reason. These cards are so beautiful. I love the background of these, like the backside of this cards. I don't think you see it. Let me see. Hold on. That don't do this justice. Let's get a little closer. That's pretty. It's really pretty. Very, very pretty cards. Right. I'll zoom in when we have pulled out the cards. I'll pull out one of my Rider deck cards and one animal spirit for us for today. And then we'll wrap up the show. Just shuffling until my hands get tired. Especially the animal tarot. This one, I usually wait until one of them pops out because usually one pops out, and that's the one that's like for us. So I keep shuffling until that one pops out. They've been trying to come out, but I hope you have a good day today, and everyone who was here. Thank you for coming by, and got through a lot of news today. Hopefully, we don't have any crazy breaking news. Hopefully, everything's good. This one tried to climb out, so we got our card. I haven't seen it, so it's right here. So I'm looking at it right now, and it's the moth spirit. The moth spirit. And it says, surrender now. Surrender. This is the moth spirit. Let me get closer. And let me pull out a Rider-Waite deck card. Here we go. So I got 2 cards. Oh my goodness. What's going on, you guys? Yes, there's a lot of concern with you guys. The moth spirit, surrender now. And then I also pull out the 9 of Swords. So you guys got something going on. What's happening with you guys? Overwhelming thinking. Could this be like Diamond Heart? Like, she came in without the intentions of like trying to figure out something. Just don't worry about today. Today's gonna be like, we're gonna listen. We'll be fine. It's not to be worried about. It's Labor Day. Just be responsible. Don't drink and drive. Don't over intoxicate yourself and start driving. That's the worst thing to do right now. There's a lot of police on the road. There's a lot of dangers on the road. And just be safe. Don't worry. Like, surrender now. Just you already know what's up. It's like every year we go through this. It's a beautiful card too. The moth spirit. Okay. There we go. I'm almost done smoking. We got like 11 minutes. I don't know why y'all worry so much. You guys got a lot of worry. A lot of worrying. And it shouldn't be that enjoy the weekend, This is time to relax, not time to worry. I'm going to relax. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to roll me a couple of joints, and I'm going to take it with me. And I'm still going to have a good time over there because I can smoke over there. I smoke outside. I smoke in the they have a balcony patio setup where they have the grill on, and it's like this it's a good seating area, and people we hang out there, and that's where I smoke my medicine. I smoke there. I roll me up like 2 or 3 joints, and I take it with me. I went to the dispensary yesterday, and I picked up my medicine, so I'm good. I roll me 3 joints, and that's good enough to get me through a nice, cool, fun cookout and beautiful food, delicious food, and good atmosphere, positive atmosphere. Um, Funny times because we always laugh. We always have a good time. So, and then Sparky. Sparky, I'm gonna record Sparky. I'm gonna record him when I get to the property, and you see him either come down the stairs or he comes right to the car. Like he's all hyper. I remember the last time he got in the car. So I don't know if he's gonna come in the car this time. I hope not, but he's gonna be very excited. And then the fact that I brought him treats, holy shit, that dog is gonna be super happy today. He's always super happy when we come by. I think he already knows. Like when we come, we always bring him something. We always bring him something to chew on. Or I usually get him the cowhide, and I got him like a bag of treats, like the cowhide treats, and it cost me like $10 for the bag. $10 worth of cowhide. That little dog deserves it. He's a good dog. Sparky, oh, Sparky's a very good dog. Very smart. He's a very smart, good energy dog, and he's something else. He always brings a smile to my face, so he's like good energy. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to Thursdays now. It gives me something like I like the interaction, with someone like the caliber of Tyson because I can match his energy as he matches with mine, and I like the flow. I went back and I watched the show. Man, what a nice show! It was really good, and from the beginning to the end, it was all good. And I'm proud of myself, and I got to keep it going because I kind of feel like this is like practice. So I don't know why. I feel like every single time it's like practice. But I nail it, first take, and I like the energy, because you feel energy. I feel energy all the time. I feel it from people, you know. That's why I don't do that much readings and so forth. But for those who really need a reading or want a reading and want to communicate with me, the best way is through Discord. If you have Discord, just look for the channel, My Mind Over Your Matter, and then I'll accept you, and then you come on in, and then if you want that personal reading, that's fine. Just let's get it done, But you have to be a member of Discord because I don't like to put like when it's really like private stuff, and when it comes to like love or comes to like relationship, like I think you want that private. I don't think you want me blabbing the truth on here and then you're like, oh shit, like, okay, you don't want that on YouTube. Yeah, because you got to respect your privacy too. Because there's like I do the readings and so forth, and that's good. But sometimes when it's personal things, when it's you're coming in for like clarifications, like those are good for private. I call that private time. And the rules of private time and all that good stuff is on the it's in my channel. Hold on, let me pop up my channel. Give me one sec. My channel, your channel. We got to pick up on the subscribers, man. We're only at 512. We've been at 512 for a long period of time. We haven't been progressing yet. We haven't been moving up. I got to put in more work. Okay. Show the channel. Now, if you come in here, you go My Mind Over Your Matter. Damn, I had done 788 videos. I only have 512 subscribers. That's crazy. Okay, but when you see I am a psychic medium empath and it says more, you click more, and then it gives you private time rules. So here's the private time rules, and what is it about? Okay, so read this because this is the descriptions and how I handle my private time, and I totally respect your privacy, and that's how you get the information on my description of the private time on My Mind Over Your Matter. But you have to be a member of my Discord, and also you have to reach out to me because you got to put in a little work, right? But make sure you come to the main page of My Mind Over Your Matter, click more, and you'll see the descriptions. It's that easy. And with that said, I'm done. Thank you, everyone, for passing through. I appreciate it again. And like I said earlier, have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. And I'll catch you on the flip side. And I don't know what time I'm coming back. Because when you're having fun, you don't want to go nowhere. You just want to stay where you're at. That's the truth. And I'm looking forward to today. So with that said, continue having a good day. Be peaceful, respect one another, and don't worry so much. It's going to be okay. That 9 of Swords comes out. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's going on? I'm having a good day. I ain't no 9 of Swords. That was a community card, but it was not. I'm like, I'm good. What's my worry? I got to pick up a bottle of White Zinfandel. That's my worry. I got to pick up a big jar of White Zinfandel because that's what our friend likes. She loves White Zinfandel. I don't drink. I drink water. I don't like if I'm on the dangerous side that I want to push my limits, I'll drink a Pepsi, and then I'm regretting it because my sugar spikes up because I am a diabetic. So I live dangerously, but I don't drink. Yeah, I just drink water because it fucks up on my medication, and I don't need that. But with that said, have fun today. Enjoy life. Enjoy the day. It's not bad. It's actually really good. It's actually beautiful here. So have a good one. Stay peaceful again, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.